everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This week I have a special video for my friend Emily. It's not Christmassy at all because, let's be real, Emily is probably my most Jewish of friends. And it's not Christmassy in theme at all. It's SasuNaru, i.e. it's Sasuke and Naruto from Naruto, because she loves Naruto, and that is the ship from that series. So I drew it for Emily, mostly because I've been saying for a while now that someday I would draw her SasuNaru. I've been kind of putting it off because, like, I never got very far in Naruto, and only sort of vaguely understand who the characters are. So yeah, that's kind of why a big part of why I was putting it off. And recently I did some One Piece fan art that didn't make it to the YouTube channel. It did make it to Tumblr. And I did this thing in it in which Emily was like, "Oh my gosh, I love the gay glow that you added to it," which I thought was hilarious. I learned how to do that thing on a tutorial that I found on Tumblr, and like I will like make a video about it and link to that tutorial I originally saw, I guess, if you would like. Let me know and I'll see what I can do to make it happen. But anyway, so I have this image with a gay glow on it, and it's technically a Lensflare, or at least that's what the tutorial called them, and I just thought they were cool. So I have made a few of them, including one that is shaped like a heart. And I told Emily about it, and she asked if I'd used it recently, and I hadn't, but then I realized I could use it to finally make some SasuNaru fan art for her that I have been putting off for a while. So here we are. Merry Christmas, I guess, to Emily, and only Emily. I mean, no, I have family that does Christmas, so I guess Merry Christmas to them too. I don't, not into Christmas. I do Hanukkah with, like, the important people in my life, and that's it. Anyway, so yeah, we got some SasuNaru. Hopefully, I had dinner, and my dog, as usual, was like, "Oh, you didn't share with me," and he's been whining at me, but I think he finally went to go eat his own food. So hopefully, he's not gonna screech at me until it's time for him to go outside and poop. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? It's too late. I did. I'm not monetized. I can do what I want. What are they gonna do? I have 0 reach so far. Ironically, this is the video that's gonna get me views, isn't it? Everyone gets to hear me talk about my dog's need to poop. If you would like to learn more about my dog, I talked about him a lot in my last video. Also, some of the stuff my friends and I do for Hanukkah every year. And yeah, I don't have much else to say. I'm probably gonna get a pet guinea pig soon. I'm sure my dog will be afraid of it. I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned how big my dog is. He is 6 pounds. He is a tiny animal. He's a Chihuahua. And technically, he's probably closer to 6.5 pounds. He's small, if I remember, which I probably won't. I'll try and put pictures in of him, but he is little. And I used to keep pet rabbits, and he was afraid of them because they were about his size, and generally speaking, a lot tougher than he was. So I assume he's gonna have a similar initial, like, "I don't know about this thing, please take it away," to the guinea pig. But I'm not worried about him, like, hurting the guinea pig. More worried about the guinea pig hurting him. But soon he will have a squeaky, furry little brother. I thought about doing it this week, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. So soon, because you know I gotta like prep the house and stuff and like get the cage and stuff ready. So I can't just go pick up my little guinea pig friend this week because of all the prep work. But soon, and soon I will have a fuzzy little guinea pig friend in my life. It'll be great. Not much else is happening in my end of the world. Work is still shit. That's exciting. Not really. I started playing the Phoenix Wright video games because I think they were on sale in the Nintendo Switch store. I could be wrong. They could just be cheap now because they're old, but I think I only spent $30 and I got the trilogy and I've been playing those and they're kind of fun. Not kind of, they're actually, I don't know, I really enjoy them. I'm not very far yet. I've gotten through 2 episodes of the first game and I'm starting episode 3 because it's divided into episodes, like a TV crime drama, and that's fun. I'm having a good time. My dog continues to be a whiny brat. Now, at work, we're a little understaffed for, reasons, and that's kind of stressful. I help out in a lot of departments that aren't my own, which is great because my own department is front end, and which means the registers. I have to be on a register, and I hate that because sometimes they'll put me at the customer service desk, which means I have to deal with returns and therefore angry customers as well as the phones, and I hate answering phones because I worked when I was in college. I spent a month working at a call center, and that was absolutely the most stressful and horrendous job I have ever had in my life, and I am now afraid of the phone when it rings. Like, I'm getting better. The older I get, the better I am. I'm like, if the house phone rings, that's fine, and I'll answer it. But if my cell phone rings, I ignore it. Unless it's someone I know, like my nephew usually is the only one that calls me, or my dad. If they call me, I will answer it. Otherwise, it just rings. I just let it ring, or I ignore the call altogether. Like, hit the button that says ignore, so it silences it. So it's like it never happened. And I don't have my voicemail set up, so people can't leave me messages. So that's a great time. That is a great time. So yeah, I hate when I have to do phone shit at work because it's literally the most stressful thing for me ever. But I've helped out a lot in clothing because usually I'm available and they just need help doing stupid, monotonous shit like organizing shoes by size in the back room, and I'm like, I can do that. I'm actually really good at doing that. So that's what I applied to do, and they wouldn't let me because they're like, oh, you have register experience, and then they put me on a register, and it makes me want to cry. So yeah, that's a time. Not a good one, but I do enjoy doing that more than the register, so I'll take it when I can. So at this point, I just pretty much, they have other people trained specifically for register, and I just do backup register, which is cool. Kind of, sort of exhausting. Kind of getting tired of all the people who are like, oh, Merry Christmas. I mean, one guy even asked me if I was ready for Santa, which bugged me less because he assumes I celebrate Christmas, and more because the way he said it made it feel like he thought I was a child. Or like he sees me as a child. And I am very much not a child. Like, I know I have a baby face. Like, the worst case of baby face. But I am not actually a little girl. And I am a grown-ass woman and I deserve to be treated like one. Don't. You okay, buddy? Okay, he's fine. He's just still mad at me. So that was largely why he was saying it. It's just because the tone of voice he used when he said it. When, "Are you ready to see Santa?" was like he was talking to a little girl, and that was not fun. I didn't like that. So the rest of that interaction was very awkward. I've been getting yelled at about the lines because people are mad that there's lines, and I'm like, well, generally speaking, even if we weren't in these the times we are currently living in, the lines would be actually worse than whatever line they have to stand in, because like right now we're limited to how many people we can have in the building. So there's the employees, and then only 50 customers are allowed in the building at a time. So the rest of the time, so, you know, the line, even if it's a long line, is not nearly as long as it would be if this were a normal holiday shopping season. Like, the line would be twice as long in a normal year, even with all of the registers open. And there's like 6 of them. So I don't know why they're complaining about how long the line is. The lines are actually moving significantly faster than they would normally. But they're mad because the line was super long and there's only 2 cashiers usually. And I'm like, listen, buddy. Only 50 people allowed in the building when I worked at a movie theater means I would have been the only one at the concession stand. Like, if we're only allowing 50 people in, I would have been the only person at the concession stand. And y'all would have had to deal with it. Because those are really small numbers. That is... We're working at, like, 25% of our usual capacity. I don't work at the movie theater anymore. I work at a big box retailer, which I'm not going to name for reasons I don't want them to find me. But yeah, like if we're working at 25% capacity of what we normally do, like these lines are nothing. These lines are nothing, and of course, one, we don't have the staff at this store, which is wild to me. Like, there's definitely not enough people working at this establishment. And 2, realistically, we shouldn't have... Like, we could use a couple more people in certain, like, key areas. But we really don't need that many people if we're limiting how many people can actually shop in the store, if that makes sense. So I don't know where I'm going with this. It just people are complaining and it's dumb. Like, this is not the time or the place to be complaining about that. But fine, whatever. Get out. Well, let's finish this transaction so you can go home and I don't have to see you ever again. I guess we get a lot of regulars, which is wild to me because I don't notice. I'm so used to just having monster lines like at the movie theater, or like I worked at Target and Best Buy for a while at different points, and like the lines we would get there were so much, like we wouldn't get, like at the movie theater we got more regulars because like it was a theater close to where people lived, so that was the one they went to. But I'm so used to just the sheer volume of people coming through in a day that I don't pay attention to faces. I'm just like moving people along. So it's wild to me that there are regular customers at the place I work now who other people recognize because they see them often enough, but I'm not registering at all. Their faces are like them at all. Like, not in a way, like, not in any meaningful way that would make them stick in my mind. And I think they're starting to recognize me because I've been there for a few weeks now, and, you know, I've been on the register, but I don't know who they are. So sometimes they try to talk to me, and I'm like, I feel really weird about this. Who are you? What's going on? Yeah. I don't know, it's we live in weird times. And honestly, I think the place I'm working at would be weird even if we didn't live in weird times like it is. I know. Even if we didn't live in weird times, you know? Because it's just a weird store, and it's very backwards in how they do a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know. It's. I feel like the best way to describe it would also be to name the place, and I can't do that. I won't do it. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Just the mystery of where I work. Anyway, I feel like this is pretty lengthy voiceover. Not the best. But, you know, we talked a little about my guinea pig. I whined about work. I guess thank you for listening to me whine about work. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Let me know if you would like to see how I make the little Lensflare / gay glue thing. Because I think that would kind of be fun to make. Like a little video about that. My webcomic's going pretty good. The prologue and the first chapter are up on Webtoons, which will be linked, and the link to it will be down in the description. Chapter 2 is coming along pretty great. I'm having fun. I don't think a lot of work is going to get done on it this week, which makes me very sad. Well, at least not for the next couple of days. But maybe the new chapter will be up before the end of the year. I make no promises. But I'm excited about it. And my soon to be my new little guinea pig friend. Hopefully I can go pick him up soon. Anyway, thanks for listening. we're done. So, SasuNaru for my friend Emily. It's great. If you're interested, if you like the video, be sure to hit the like button or maybe even leave a comment. And I post new videos every Friday, so be sure to subscribe if you would like to see more content. I also have a webcomic, which you can find linked down below, as well as where you can find me everywhere else on the internet. Have a good whatever holiday you celebrate. Hope you stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!